Hey friends, welcome to your Feel Good Flow. These classes are around 30 minutes. They're fairly gentle and mellow and stretchy. Always do what your body is telling you to do. If that means using props, if that means backing off of a pose or going stronger into a pose. I'm really just a guide, but I would love for you to put on some music and close your eyes during this class and really feel into what your body is calling you to do. Let's get started sitting on our bottoms and placing your feet on the mat in front of you. Wrap your arms around the front of your shins and then rest your forehead down onto your knees. Just take a few moments to turn inwards. Close down your eyes and take a few good deep breaths. Notice how it feels to maybe take the deepest breath you've taken today, or just the most intentional breath, letting it fill into the back body, especially in this curled inward position. On this next exhale, open your mouth, release the air out. And then take a little rock from sit bone to sit bone, introducing some really gentle movement. And if you'd like, you can add some neck rolls, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Feel free to open your eyes. And then we're going to stretch our left leg long. Keep your right knee bent and take a little twist over to the right. So right hand plants behind you for support. Left hand or left elbow can come onto right knee. Think about sitting really tall through your spine. And then as you exhale, peel right shoulder open. Find that twist from above the belly button. And let your breath move into the space of your chest. Good. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Take a little figure four here. You could always roll up something and place it underneath your left knee if you want a little support there. And I like to take a rock. In almost all of my hip stretches, I like to find a little bit of movement. So you can rock forward and backwards or side to side. Good, and we'll switch it out. So extend right leg long. Bring your left foot close to your right knee. Left knee is pointing up to the sky, and then twist open to the left. Your right elbow or hand can come onto your left leg somewhere. Find some length through your spine, and then whatever twist feels good for you. Move through center. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And then your version of a little hip stretch here. You could also bring your left knee to stack on top of right for more of a Gomukhasana shape. We're not here for too long. Good. Release your left leg. Plant your hands behind you. Your fingertips are pointing backwards. Take a big roll of your shoulders back. And just open your chest. You can drop your head back for a few breaths. I like to shift my rib cage from side to side here. And kind of dip one shoulder down. All right, now turn over. Come onto hands and knees into a tabletop. But then sit your hips all the way back to your heels and place your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. So it's kind of a child's pose of some sort. Think about pulling your elbows back and threading your heart through. Good. Now plant down through your left elbow. Bring your right hand to the back of your head. Inhale, twist open. So we're just finding a little twist through the upper spine. Since our pelvis is kind of locked onto our heels, it's not gonna move through the low back of the pelvis, and that's okay. You won't move as far as you normally will. So we're gonna open up to the right. Exhale, we're gonna plant both elbows and forearms down. Inhale, think about lifting your elbows and pulling your heart through for a little bit of a cow pose. And exhale, lower forearms back down. Right arm stays grounded. Inhale, twist open through the left elbow up to sky. You can place your hand on the back of your head. And exhale, lower your forearm down. Breathe in, lift your elbows, pull your heart through. And exhale, wave it back down. So you can close your eyes and kind of picture your spine moving one segment at a time. Inhale, twist open to the right. Exhale, lower right forearm. Inhale, unfurl your spine, thread your heart through your shoulders. Your chin is the last to untuck. And exhale, lower back down. Open up to the left. Lower down. Breathe in for your spinal extension. Breathe out to lower back down. One more on each side with your own breath. Your last exhale will meet in our little child's pose, and then lift up into a tabletop when you're ready. From here, walk your knees back so you're in extended tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath your body, and then drop your hips back to your heels again. As we inhale, we're gonna ripple our spine forward to a cat pose, so a rounded back body, hugging your front body towards your back body. And then as you exhale, untuck your pelvis so your sit bones are shooting back behind you. Find that dip of the pelvis, the low back, the mid back, the shoulder blades as you sink your hips back towards your heels. So we're inhaling forward into a rounded cat. And we're exhaling back into an arched cow. Close your eyes, let this feel really good. And if you want to explore a little bit more, by all means do that. You can focus this in any direction or on any body part that you want. Good. On your next one, we roll forward through our cat spine, stacking shoulders over wrists, and then eventually lower the tops of your thighs down. Curl your heels in towards your glutes. We find this cobra shape with knees bent. Good. Roll onto the outer right shin. Inhale just to simply sweep your left arm up and overhead. And exhale, roll through center. Left hand plants. We swivel onto left shin and outer thigh. So we're facing the right side of our mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky and then over your right ear. Breathe in. Exhale, roll through center. Inhale into your cobra shape one more time. Maybe find a little more straightening of the elbows. And then exhale all the way back to your active child's pose. From here, rise up so torso is lifted, stacking shoulders over hips. You can reach your arms up to the sky. We're gonna find this shape quite a few times. If you want, you can always add a little camel, a little back bend. You can bring your hands to the low back to support you. You can find the full expression of the shape, or you could just keep this nice stacked posture, totally up to you. So inhale here. Exhale, hands through heart center. Make sure your toes are tucked, and then we're gonna pop into a toe stand at the back of the mat. Lower heels down, malasana, and we're finding a rounded squat shape. If this is a lot for you, roll up a blanket underneath your heels or sit your bottom onto a block. Lots of options for props here. But we're gonna find a rounding, so walking your hands forward in your malasana shape. Good, inhale into your toe stand with kind of a wide base of support. Kneecaps and thighs are now parallel to the ground. And exhale, lower them down. Plant your hands. Sink back to child's pose. Inhale, roll forward to your cat. Exhale, unfurl into your cobra, bending your knees, bring your heels into your glutes. Good, roll onto the outer right thigh and hip. This time, inhale, we lift our right glute from the mat, lift our left knee and our left arm to the sky. So it's kind of a modified side plank. Exhale, lower back down, roll through center. Over to the left. As you breathe in, press into the shin, into the left hand. Bring your right knee and right hand up to the sky. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale into your cobra. Exhale, active child's pose. Breathe into your camel shape, arms high or finding the back bend. Breathe out, we find our toe stand and then our rounded malasana yogi squat at the back of the mat. Good, inhale through your toe stand. You could bring your arms out to the side, find a chest opener. And exhale, knees drop, hands plant, hips sink, child's pose. Roll forward, cat. Exhale, roll onto your right hip. Inhale, find that side plank, left knee, left arm high. This time, find a curling of your left heel into your glute. See if you can catch the top of the left foot with your left hand. From here, if you're finding that nice like forward tuck of your pelvis, if everything feels good in your low back, you could kick your foot into your hand. See how that opens up the quad and the front of the left shoulder. Breathe in here. Exhale to gently release. Lower right hip down, roll through center and over to the left. Push through left hand and left knee. Inhale, right hand, right knee high. Exhale, curl right heel into glute. Catch the top of the foot. Find this sugar cane, modified sugar cane pose. And then always option to kick foot into hand. Just think about drawing your sit bones down the backs of your thighs to avoid arching in the low back too much. One more breath here, expand. Exhale, gently release, lower down. Move through center, inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, active child's pose. Inhale, rise up, shoulders over hips, arms high, or find your back bend, camel. Exhale, pop your knees off. Plant your heels down, round forward into your squat. Inhale, toe stand, cactus your arms out. Let this feel really good and fluid. Exhale, knees land, hands land, hips sink. Roll forward to cat. Drop onto right shin. Inhale, left knee, left arm high. This time, turn your left toes so they face the back of the mat. Plant your foot down, and left knee is bent around 90 degrees. We're stretching our left hand to the top of the mat, so it's a really good side body stretch. Breathe in here. Good, sit down onto your right heel. And from here, we'll find a different side body stretch. We're facing the back of the mat. Left hand plants on the inside of your left foot, or right arm reaches to the back of the mat. This is almost like a side angle shape. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Plant your right hand back where it came from. Lower onto your right hip. Move through center. Roll to the left. As you inhale, expand. Open your left elbow and left knee to the sky. As you exhale, turn your left toes. Externally rotate at the right hip. Right toes, not left. Plant your right foot down at the back of the mat. Bend into your right knee as you stretch your right fingertips in the very opposite direction. Find that deep breath into the side body. Good, and then sit, left hip down to left heel. Plant right hand at the back of the mat on the inside of your right foot, and then stretch left fingertips to the back. Find this modified side angle. Breathe in. Good, as you exhale, left hand plants, we return back to where we came from. So it's kind of like a little ladder flow. As your hips move through center, you could inhale and find your cobra, whatever shape or form that's taking now. Exhale, active child's pose. As you breathe in, stack shoulders over hips, find your camel. As you breathe out, push the air in front of you, lift your knees, round into your squat. Inhale, toe stand, open up the chest. Exhale, plant everything and find your starting point. Roll forward as you inhale, round your spine. Exhale, drop onto the right hip. Inhale, lift left knee, left arm. Exhale, plant left foot at the back of the mat. Sit your right hip down, and we're gonna rotate our body. So now we're facing the back of the mat. Swivel, so your right foot extends back from your right knee. Plant your right hand on the mat or onto a block. We're gonna find a twisted lizard lunge. So cartwheel left arm open as you curl right heel in. See if you can match foot to hand. Again, make this really active. So think about kind of pulling your left heel back, engaging your right glute, and then opening up through the left shoulder. Breathe in. Good. As you breathe out, gently release without slingshotting that back foot. Turn your body to the right. Keep left knee bent, right leg straight. Skandasana, long edge of the mat. Good. And then move through center, slide into Skandasana on the right leg. Good. Slide into Skandasana on the left. As you inhale, twisted lizard lunge one more time, just tap it. Good. As you exhale, travel to the front of the mat, whatever way that looks for you. And then roll onto your left hip. Other side, inhale, modified side plank, left elbow, left knee high. Exhale, right foot plants at the back of the mat. Sit down onto your left heel. Then we're coming all the way to the back. Left hand plants, left foot pivots behind you, and then cartwheel right arm open. See if you can hold onto that back foot. A couple breaths here. One more inhale to expand across your collarbones. Exhale, gently release, turn to the left, find Skandasana in the right leg. Take a moment here. And then staying low, staying limber, find Skandasana into the left leg. And then shift it back over to the right. Left hand plants, find your twisted lizard lunge just for a tap. Open right arm back, tap your left heel. Good. And then we move to the front of the mat. Inhale into your heart opener, your cobra shape. Both hands are planted, threading heart through. Exhale, active child's pose. Inhale, camel shape of your choice. Exhale, rounded malasana. Inhale, toe stand. And exhale, starting point. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop onto your right shin. Inhale, left knee high. This time, step your left foot to the front of the mat. Tuck your right toes, seal your right heel down, and we inhale, open up into warrior one. So your feet can be really, really close together, or they can be wider for more balance. Think about shifting your right hip forward a little bit, and if you find that that crunches in the low back, take a shorter stance. Or don't bend into the front knee as much. So inhale, let's take 3 big arm circles in your warrior one. And 2, 3. On this last one, interlace your fingers behind your low back. Inhale, draw your knuckles down towards the mat. Reach your heart up to the sky. And then exhale, humble warrior. Drop your left shoulder on the inside of your left knee. 3 breaths here. Good. Gently release the clasp of your hands. Frame your left foot. Drop both knees down. Inhale into your heart opener, your cobra shape. And exhale, active child's. Good. We're gonna go straight to the other side. Inhale, roll forward again. And then drop over to the left shin, the outer thigh. From here, we reach right arm, right elbow high. And then slowly step your right foot to the front of the mat. Tuck left toes, seal left heel down. Inhale, we open up, rise into warrior one. Find your stability, find your base first in the legs, in the pelvis, and the feet. And then 3 big back strokes through your arms. Good. On this last one, interlace your fingers behind your back, opposite thumb on top. Inhale to draw knuckles down towards the mat, reach your heart up to the sky. And then exhale, humble warrior. Your right shoulder finds the inside of your right knee. And drop your head down, let it hang heavy. 3 breaths to release. Hug your right sit bone underneath your body. Good. Release your arms, plant your hands. Both knees drop down to the mat. Step your right foot back. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, active child's pose. Rise up into camel. Open your heart. Exhale, malasana, squat around through your spine. Breathe in, toe stand. Breathe out, find your starting point. Sink hips back to heels. Inhale, roll forward. We're almost done. Kind of one more round of this. Exhale onto your right thigh. Good. Inhale, left knee, left elbow high to the sky, cactus. Find some activation through the outer thigh. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Tuck right toes. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, frame out your left foot. Plant hands. Option for a wild thing. So we're gonna inhale, lift left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, and then plant those left toes back behind you. As you breathe in, corkscrew your heart open. Going down through right foot and right hand. Breathe in here. Good. Stay for one more cycle. And as you're ready, look down at the mat. Left hand plants. Left foot is gonna come into a pigeon pose. A lot of options here. Your shin can be at an angle, toes can be pointed, shin can be parallel, ankle can be flexed. Your back toes can be tucked or untucked. You can lift up out of your pelvis, not using your hands, or you can lower down onto your elbows. Let's spend about a minute, minute and a half here. And you have the freedom to shift within that minute. See what feels good. Close your eyes. See if you can notice your breath circulating through your whole body, softening some tension. About 3 or 4 more breath cycles. Let's really dig into this form for just a few more moments. Whatever this is bringing for you right now. Side note, the stretchiest pose is not always the best pose. That's not really the point of this. It's just to feel present and embodied and listening to the cues of our body. All right, big exhale out of your mouth. Let the air go. Plant your hands. Step your left knee back to meet your right. Find that active child's pose. And then we roll forward into cat spine. Open your body to the right as you sink down onto left hip. We're evening out. Other side. Inhale, right knee, right elbow high. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Tuck your back toes, inhale, rise up high, crescent lunge. Just for a breath, exhale, frame your right foot. Option for a 3-legged dog. Right heel high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, and flip your dog over. So right toes land behind you, left leg is straight. Inhale, corkscrew your heart open to the sky. Right arm reaches to the front of the mat. 3 breaths here. One more inhale to expand, stretch through all the lines of your body. And exhale, look down at your left thumb, plant your right hand, curl right knee into body, and find your pigeon. Take the same option, take a different option. It's maybe not a bad idea to try to do the same option, but keeping in mind that our body parts are different, our sides are different, can feel very different. And that's okay. About another minute here. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Three more cycles of breath. Linger where you are for just a moment longer. Blink your eyes open. Plant your hands, step your right knee back to meet your left. One more round of this. Inhale, roll forward through your cat spine. Exhale, tops of the thighs touch the mat. Inhale, thread your heart through for cobra. And exhale, active child's pose. Inhale, rise up into your camel. 3 breaths here, so if you want to drop back into the full expression of the pose, this would be a really good time for that. Good. Exhale, drop your heels down to the mat, lift your knees, and round forward into your malasana squat. Walk your fingertips a little bit further forward and really think about weighing heavy down through your pelvis backwards. So finding some length through the side bodies and some traction through the spine. Three more breaths. Good. Shift forward. Lower your knees down. Option here for a dolphin pose, but more of a gentle one. So plant your forearms down, your palms down, your fingertips facing forwards. Tuck your toes, hug your core in, your pelvic floor in, and then lift your hips, your knees up. So pressing down and forward through the elbows. Bend your knees as much as you need. Find some length and a little bit of a cow tilt through your pelvis and spine. Think about opening the shoulders, so really threading your heart backwards towards your knees. Good work. Lower your knees down. Walk your hands all the way forward. Keep your hips stacked over your knees and find a puppy pose, heart melting, anahatasana. Picture a nice warm stone between your shoulder blades and let that area melt down. Deep breaths through the chest cavity. 2 more cycles. Gently and slowly walk your hands back underneath your body. Find a tabletop, and as always, we have a few moments in tabletop. Find your cat-cow, your barrel rolls, your pelvic circles, whatever feels good in this shape. Or stillness. Stillness through the spine. Whatever is calling. Whatever would feel good for you. And then eventually, as you're ready, we're gonna find kind of where we started. Let's do a little bit of a twist. So come to a seat, onto your bottom. Right kneecap is pointing up to the sky, left leg is extended long, and then we're gonna twist open to the right. And switch it out, right leg long, left knee bends, twist open to the left. Back through center, both knees bend. Find that hug, find that rounding, turning inward, wrapping arms around the front of your shins, resting forehead down on your knees. You most certainly have the option to lay down and move into a meditative or shavasana space. Otherwise, that is the end of our class together. I hope you feel really good and fluid in your body. I hope your breath feels more expansive, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.